What's up, all you good goons and goblins, baby? It's your boy, Jody Magic Fest Keith, here with another new Ikoria Standard video. Yes, today we are playing the old Gyruda champion. So Gyruda's our champion. Gyruda. And what this card does, it has a deck building restriction that all your cards have to be even. 2s, 4s, and 6s. And what it does is 6 mana, it starts as your companion, you play it, and then both players mill the top 4 cards, and then you pick a creature with an even cost from among those 8 cards that were milled, and put it directly into play. What are we hitting with that? Well, we're hitting the Spark Double, so we can copy it, and it removes the legendary clause, the Spark Double. So then you end up with a 6/6, you hit this, you have a 7/7, and then you get another spin of the wheel, which you can hit more Spark Doubles to put more in play. You could also hit Charm and Prince to blink it out until in a turn to go spin again on the end step. You could also hit Thassa to go to the end step and blink it. And so generally when you cast this card, you end up with more than their life total worth of power. You'll have like 3 Gaigans and a Thassa. And then we also have some utility like Dream Eater. If we need to bounce something whenever this comes into play, just that we have time to actually attack them. That's one thing we do with the Dream Eater. We also have an End-Raze Forerunners, one of which pumps the whole team, +2/+2 and trample. Because if you got a bunch of fatties and they got a bunch of chump blockers, you really want to get through with the End-Raze Forerunners. It's also a good hit in the main phase if there's a Planeswalker that you want to kill, because it's a 7/7 trample. Usually you can clear out any Planeswalker in one hit. And since this deck has the champion, this card effectively starts in your opener pretty much every game. So you can have all the ramp you want. Growth Spiral. I'm trying out the Maraleaf Pixie. I'm not sold on this card yet, but it is devoted to blue, which is good with Thassa, as well as having flying, because we don't have that many flyers. Paradise Druid. This one's pretty staple. This is like one of the best mana elves you can play in Standard right now. And then also Growth Spiral. So we're trying to ramp from 2 to 4. On our 4, we have 4 Migration Path that go search up 2 basic lands. So we go right into the Gyruda. And then also we're playing Umori, which is a companion, but we're not using it for its companion clause. We have it as just a 4 mana 4/5. When it comes into play, we're going to name creature, because pretty much all the cards in our deck are creatures except for these 2 spells. And it can reduce the cost of this to 5. So you can curve like Paradise Druid into Umori, and then next turn on 5. You can cast the Gyruda off of that. It's also like a decent-sized body. There's a lot of things you can play in this deck. If you think about even cost, I tried the deck with Questing Beast. That was nice. Dream Trawler is something you can play as well. Not as much of an immediate impact. You could also do things like play Thassa's Oracle, so you could win without having to use the combat step. Those are all possibilities. In the sideboard, we have all 2 mana spells. Very efficient. Devout Decree, Aether Gust, Disdainful Stroke, so we can counter opposing big threats. And Destiny Spinners have been really good against the flash decks, because they can sit back on counter spells and just Mystical Dispute your thing. But if you get the spinner down, they have to actually remove it in order to counter your big creatures. And Elite Guardmage for a little bit of life gain, because oftentimes when you play against the aggro decks, your creatures end up having a block, and you actually have to curve into this thing. And Elite Guardmage hits the curve pretty well. This is the deck. It's new. This is day 1 on Arena that these cards are on Arena. So just I'm feeling this deck out. If you like this deck or have any ideas for it, I'd love to see your comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted when new videos go up. And this is normally where I would say, hit that link to get you some Goon Squad gear so you can represent at your next live event. But we know there's no live Magic events. And then I would follow that up with something like check out my Patreon, or maybe you could help me out with a one-time PayPal donation to support the content. But I know everybody's jacked up by this coronavirus shit, so just enjoy the video. And if you like it, please share it. Put it on Reddit. Get some more goons in here watching the thing. One love, good vibes. We're going to get right into it. Done. This deck has been a lot of fun. A lot of fun for me. Just spinning the wheels here. I'm going to play it best of 3. Play some matches here. And if you hear me singing, it's because we got music in the live stream. Make sure you follow the link on the live stream. If you want to catch us live, come do a song request. Okay, so we have Paradise Druid. We have one piece of ramp. We'll be looking for a second piece. And even though this looks like a very mana-heavy hand, it is. But we could also double ramp off the Spark Double, like you Paradise Druid and a Spark Double copy Paradise Druid to get the turn 4 Geigen, which is what we're definitely trying to do. Oh. Took that, huh? It must be... Yep, Geigen deck of their own, huh? And I decided not to Spark Double this because it'd be better to Spark Double this thing. And we drew a whole nother one. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell for this. And as you see, we're going wild. It helps that our opponent has all the stuff that we want too. So we'll take their Thassa. We'll blank that. Go again. I'm actually going to do this. And then blink this. And since we do this in our end step, this is going to come back at their end step. Set us up for next turn. Good play. And generally in the mirrors, it really comes down to who hits 6 mana first. Reminds me of a Primeval Titan when it was in Standard. First player to play the prime time would win. So for this match, we're going to play Disdainful Stroke. Give us little counter spells. I think we could probably cut down on Charming Prince. Actually, we're going to keep the Prince. No, we'll cut a Prince, and I think we want to keep Forerunners in our deck. So we go over the top. Dream Eater is not the best because they have so many coming to play abilities, but if you hit a Dream Eater about a Thassa, that could slow him down a little bit. So, and we don't want to cut any of the acceleration. Get rid of the liabilities here. This guy looks like that guy from, what's the name of that show? In Chicago, the poor family with the drunk dad. Anybody know that one? I think we could maybe keep this hand. It's definitely not great. But it does have the stroke in it. We don't have any green mana either, but it's neither here nor there. No. What's the name of that show? Does anybody know the name of that show? I probably should have cycled this. I'm just going to skip this game. I should have mulliganed that in. The moonlight. Light. Everybody. No, this, what's the name of that show? It starts with the I, I think. Shameless. Starts with an S. Shameless. It was like the he looks like the guy that was the boyfriend of the lead actress. One of the boyfriends. If you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say anything to spoil anything about, because, like, you know, she goes through some boyfriends or whatever, but I think I'd rather gross borrow. To keep things light. Also, I like Migration Path as a 4-mana accelerant because it also thins your deck, which decreases the fail rate. A moonlight. Yep. So they're not casting this next turn. Spark Double's like the best hit. Because it also gives you Devotion for the Thassa. I'll get one off theirs. Great, thank you. Going off, baby. Look at all the 7/7s we got. We can stop it there. How many cards we got left in our deck? 23. So they can't cast their own, so we don't have to worry about it, really. You gotta check to make sure you can't deck. But also, getting the Charming Prince in our end step and blinking it, make sure if they have a Wrath, we get that another copy of it on the comeback. It always looks more ridiculous in the mirror match because they have so many hits for us as well. But that's why I like the deck thinning. The Fabled Passage, as well as the Migration. To make the hits better. It's all about the hits, baby. It'll be all about the hits. B97.1, your station for all the hits. When everybody's wrong. This hand has no ramp. I'm down a mulligan. This is some ramp. We'll keep it. We can turn 4. From behind. They're playing Keurig. I think I should keep this hand. Put this back. Pass the turn. Keep it like this. What is this? Triomes. So we don't really want to get... I'm a little worried about something like... a Clarion. Clarion's like the one thing that I'm most worried about. So they'll probably bounce one of these Paradise Druids, or they'll Clarion. Or maybe they'll Fires in the Clarion, because most people play Karug in the Fires deck. You could also Bone Crusher this one. No, just more Planeswalkers. So they get -2 and kill this if they want. Keep the Teferi alive. Then we get to kill the Narset. I would like to kill this thing if possible. Just so that the Curie can't come down and I don't want to draw that many extra cards with this. So we'll go ahead and fetch up an island. And then hit the Growth Spiral on them. So now they can't break us up. Not that they could anyway, but if they... We could play this and possibly Forerunners to do 7 + 5 + 4. Rio. Keep it going. Charming Prince, we could go again in the end step. I think Paradise Druid could probably attack this. So until next year. I think we're going to run out of this card. Charming Prince is nice. Then we could exile this. And then it'll come back on their end step, so if they do have a way to destroy all the creatures in play. Definitely wanted to knock the Narset down so they couldn't get a kill out of it. Dead. Back in college, someone once sang Bugs Bunny to this song, and it's been stuck in my head that way ever since. Damn, Clarion, that's funny. I think Strokes are probably fine against them. Although, maybe we want Devout Decree because it hits the Narset and the big 8/8. Probably do better to counter it before it comes down, but they have their own Teferis, which is kind of annoying. Oh yeah. Yeah, a couple of strokes are fun. Like they're gotta be playing fires, so I wish I mulligan into some ramp. Do it again. This is better. The spark double on the bottom. And the Pixie. Because we can play the Paradise Druid, they can't bounce it with the Teferi. Mystical Dispute could be a problem also. Also, we should have some good sleeves here. Doom Inevitable. Cyclone's a nice mechanic to go with fires also. See if they're going to counter this. Need a second green. Maybe a third green. Yeah, third green. And we cast the Forerunners if we draw them, but more importantly, if we draw a second Paradise Druid, we can Umori and Paradise Druid in the same turn. Two times. Missed a land drop, huh? I feel like they got a counterspell here. Yep. What do you know? Want to get a natural land on top of my deck? In case they kill the Paradise Druid, like they might Clarion or something. Alright, I'm coming with this. Just because I'm worried about the Paradise Druid dying. And we can't climb over Mystical Dispute anyway. And now they might be like loosened up to actually play something. It's a fairy bounce Paradise Druid. So we won't find a land. No, that auto tapper is going to get us. It's possibly boarded in Shadow of the Sky, yep. But we got to draw a card off of it. Play the elf. With the stroke up. Hopefully they don't have another Teferi. So annoying. Forgive me, girl. Pixie having flying's pretty good here too, because they couldn't just block with Keurig. They're gonna kill the elf now. Get the Thassa in play. That way we could possibly turn it on if this thing resolves. They have a lot of cards, though. Okay, UCD it is. They could bounce that and replay it. Should be annoying. Gain 1 life. They didn't. They could have done that. Alright, let's hit, baby. Hit Dream Eater. Does Thassa do what we want? I don't think it does. It's interesting playing this Keurig with the Bone Crusher Giant. These adventure cards are nice ways to get around the deck building restriction. Left all their mana up, huh? You think they're sharking? I mean, this will die to Clarion. I don't know. This will be 4 toughness. Yeah, I am real good at drawing them. I can't flip them with this to just, like, win the game, you know? They're going to get the fairy back. If this resolves, I doubt it will. Yeah, I figured they might have the shark. It's 3 of those. This card's good. Maybe they're not a Fires deck. Maybe they're just a Jeskai deck. They're playing Ionized, so I doubt that they're a Fires deck. So we're going to take a lot of damage here. And now if they got a counter spell, we got to play this into their spell. Wrecked. That's kind of how it goes. They're playing Grey Shark and Ionized. Those are great cards against us. I didn't realize they had that many counter spells. So I'm going to put this in. Keep a couple of Mana Dorks in, but come with it like this. That way they can't ionize us. Or Great Shark us. Yeah, I'll try this. Doesn't have any ramp, but Destiny Spinner is great. I don't think we need that many of them. Alright, we're going for the Gusto here. Yeah, Clarion or not. We got a reader. You see him mousing over our card. Great. Maybe we should just like... I should have played the Fabled Passage to thin our deck some. So now we want to find a prince. Alright, so they can wrath us. Yep. We'll get to draw a card. We can maybe do a spinner and attack the Teferi. We could do it at instant speed also. This costs 4. We don't want these lands. So now we'll do that little trick with the Charming Prince here. This thing costs 4 to activate, so... We get Wrath on our turn. We could also Shark us. You can't counter the Dream Eater, though. But that doesn't really mean anything because you still Shatter the Sky up in here. You can just attack. You can tap a blocker. This doesn't feel great. I wonder how often they cast that shark card as an enchantment. They can get back Godzilla. You can try the Dream Eater on the end step. Okay, what do we want here? I feel like this stroke is going to be good. That way he only draws one card here and becomes 6 in the air. Maybe even Spark double bounce this. Got him dead. 7/8. Juggled. We didn't even combo him. Juggled. Yeah, Stroke's a great sideboard card. Beautiful. Oh man, I love that card. The 6-drop. Such a good hit in a lot of spots. Not only do you get a Surveil to stack your deck to set things up, bouncing a permanent, and the double devotion towards the Thassa. And you could some permanents could have trouble, especially if you have a Thassa out, because you could always just keep bouncing over and over again. And once we got 2, if their main line of removal is Elspeth Conqueror's Death, they're going to have trouble. Not to mention we have Counterspell. So we got double ramp here. We're definitely going to keep it. Opponents on the play. Simple as trying to have fun. Mardu, huh? Haven't seen Mardu decks yet. If we need a block, we can play this. Otherwise, I think we're going to go for the path. Huh, interesting. Alright, mid-range deck. I don't know if they're going to be playing any kind of sweeper, like Kaya's Wrath or Shadow the Sky. Guess we'll have to see. Simple. Could be a control deck or Doom Foretold. Yeah, the Thassa is pretty good. Opponent has Basilica Bellhaunt. How many cards are over there? 5? He got some interesting hits, but let's get the god out here. So hopefully we'll hit a Charming Prince and we can keep this thing. Alright, let's go again. Oh, got my Thassa, huh? Okay. That auto tapper got me. That's pretty cool. What we got? Dream Eater? Dream Eater's not especially good. Just get their Bellhaunt. Oh, I messed this up, didn't I? Alright, let's see if this works. We want this one to come back first. There's a running amount of cards here. And that'll come back on their end step. Just in case we need to rebuild. Okay. Bellhaunts and stuff. I didn't see any Clarions. But I think Stroke's probably good against the Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Maybe even Devout Decree. They have Crocs and stuff. And like if we're milling them, they get Crocs to us pretty good. Potentially. Although I think Stroke's probably just going to be enough. Let's get the Strokes in here. No Clarions. You love when I say that shit, probably. You'd be like, probably grinding some other game, bullshit, and you hear me say Clarion. Nail Spies. Yeah, I'm liking this deck too. It's got some action. Definitely got some action going. Got one ramp. Probably start with the breeding pool. I'm going to take a 3 here. Yeah, I think we take 3. A good hit. What we got here? We need another blue. Don't really need another white. We'll take it. So if they spend a turn killing the Paradise Druid, we just play the guy again. Yep. Even if we got a shock in. Go again. I'm looking for a Thassa. We missed. So we could have had a whole nother 4-5 in play. Just going pass. Surveil. I don't want any of this. Just hard casting the Dream Eater is great. All the good love. You're all alone. Give it up, girl. Me on. Since we had the stroke, we could just tempo him. The Dream Eater. Got him. Yeah, some of the decks, it feels like you're just playing a different game. Like, especially mid-range decks. Especially if they don't have any kind of Wrath effect. Oh no, don't open that there. No, what is this doing here? There we go. We'll play first. Got double ramp. We have to fetch a forest first, shocking the Hallowed Fountain for the Pixie. Now that we cut the Dream Trawlers, we could probably cut a Plains from the deck. Might be a flash deck. Yeah, I think it was a big mistake. So he picked up a second green source. Cast the Umori. Yeah, I think we cut a Plains for a second forest. Let's get an island. See if they kill this thing. They're reading it. The one problem with playing Gigan is it turns on their Euro. So we gotta make sure that we're really dominating the board. They're gonna try and work their own. Okay. Alright. Maybe we get an End-Raze. We get the Toyota Forerunner on them. I can kill the Tamiyo. Missed on the Nissa. We got Paradise Druid. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we draw a land. We can play Spark Double and Gigan. Casualties of War. Okay. So we gotta guess the Gigan off of the Paradise Druid. So all we're hitting is Paradise Druid over here, huh? Kill the Tamiyo. Missing kind of hard. But I guess we got 2 Spark Doubles in our hand, so what you gonna do? See what this is gonna be. They could Euro plus 3 drop. They could Nissa plus Euro. They fetch an island, not a forest. Yep. We missed. It's miserable. I don't know. I guess I just can't beat a bunch of 7/7s. Makes me wonder if there's like another planeswalker we want to play in this deck. There's an idea. Aether Gust seems okay. It might come and dispute out the board, which would be reason to play Destiny Spinner potentially, but we don't want to water our deck down too much. I don't think there's a sweeper in their deck. I just cut the stroke. I mean, keep the stroke and not play the... I mean, we got Thassa to tap Euro. I think it's probably fun. We got a growth. I think we can keep this. We got one piece of ramp. We don't have a second piece, but... Oh boy, Forerunners, huh? Might have been good to just Charming Prince there. But I know they're going to Euro, so... Like, if they want to Mystical Dispute this turn, then when it's way better against the 6-drop. So we want another green. Lock that in. And a blue. We don't need another white. Probably going to take the Terror. I can see him taking the Forerunners though. If they have counterspells, they would take the Terror. Okay, they don't. They're going to try and fight us on the board. Could have Stroke right here too. The other lands out of her deck. It's going to make it to where when that thing hits, it hits big. Whatever. Let's go. So, they can't Euro this turn. Yeah, Stroke. In the turn, because I'd rather Charming Prince the Geigen after it resolves. Full board graces. Keep it moving, baby. Maybe we want a second Forerunners in this deck. It's a good hit in a lot of spots. I can see getting a second one in this deck. Like, even a hard cast one after a couple of Charming Princes can end somebody. Down in Mexico. Derek, yo, thanks for the tech about the uncounterability. Because I was having trouble with Flash. That was a good idea. The little 2/3 Dryad in your sideboard, the enchantment creature that makes your creatures and enchantments uncounterable. OG Pink. I think they're mad. Main deck Hushbringers. Wow. They are playing main deck Hushbringers? I mean, I can see it. I can see it because it also stops the red-white mythic. What's the red-white mythic do? Puts an Agent of Treachery into play. That's pretty good. No Agent of Treachery for you. Also, like, there's the whole 5-drop, the other companion that blinks as many permanents as you want. You mad, bro? Playing this mid-range pile here. They can't beat this card here. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, if you want to turn off your Geigen post board, you can do that too. Take it off of your companion. Deep down into Mexico. I mean, they'll know you turned it off when you don't present a companion. Salty, man. Pretty salty. Well, what do you think about that deck? Would you be salty if that happened to you on YouTube? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you share it, like it, comment, put it on Reddit. Oh, don't put me on Reddit, bro. Nah. One love, good vibes. I'll catch you on the next one.